What's poppin', Marvel collectors, and welcome back to Carbonite Collecting, a branch of the Carbonite Convos podcast and YouTube channel. We just had one of the biggest movies in about 4 months come out since Spider-Man No Way Home. We have Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness premiere last Thursday night, and after seeing it, we knew we had to make a pop list. We've had a lot of creators make some awesome concept pops for this movie. So we put together over 30 Funko Pops that we need from Doctor Strange into one video. So we can't thank you enough for coming back for another pop list. Alec, you ready to talk about Multiverse of Madness?
Dude, I say it every time. I'm always ready to talk about some Funko Pops, and specifically with Multiverse of Madness just coming out, we actually have not even had a chance to talk about it, Nick and I, yet. So I'm pumped to dive into it and get some Multiverse of Madness action. So, Nick, why don't you go ahead and lead us off, my man?
All right. So pop number one, this is the most traditional pop on the list. We have Doctor Strange floating. This is made by Funko Shot, and it's just a traditional Doctor Strange pop in the air.
Yeah, man, that's what we thought the movie would be, a little bit more traditional, but obviously that's not what we got. Moving on, we have a look at Sinister Strange. Now, we have two different artists that did these here. This first one made by Christie's Custom. Absolutely love this. With the next one being made by Minter 766. I love the fact that they incorporated the third eye on both of them. It looks really cool.
Oh, yeah. You couldn't have a pop of him without the third eye. Next, we have the second main, maybe third main character of this movie. We have America Chavez. Now, this first one is super awesome. This is her with her star-shaped portal. This is made by Pop Eyes, as you can see on screen. I think this is an awesome rendition of this character. And the next one, we have a more traditional look at America Chavez with her just punching her hand and making her pose, made by Funko Shot. But these are both really awesome concepts of a really awesome character that I really liked watching for the first time.
Yeah, man, America Chavez was one of the stars of the show, and I loved her. I really like that one with the portal. I think that's so cool. Moving on, we have who I believe really stole the show. We have a look at Wanda floating, and this is made by Funko.Shot. I can't believe how good she was in the movie. It was fantastic. We need more pops of her.
Yes. Next up, we have Garganto, made by Jay Bavart. And he thought that this pop would be best as a jumbo pop, and I couldn't agree more with him. He was the biggest character in the entire film, so obviously with Funko making these type of pops, this would have to be a 10-incher.
Yeah, he's a big one, man. He's one of the big ones. All right, so moving on, we have a look at another really cool character from the movie, someone new to the MCU, and we have actually several different looks at this pop, so stay with us throughout this. We have the first one. We have a regular looking version of Black Bolt featuring a chase with the aftermath of Wanda's action, made by Fun_Collect.
Definitely. Two really cool ones. Next, we have a third rendition made by Fun_Collect with Black Bolt actually using his powers. So obviously he'd be whispering and this energy would be pulsating out of his head. So we have an awesome look at that.
I'd love to see how Funko would be able to do that. I feel like they could pull that off.
Definitely.
Next up, we have another look at Black Bolt. So this is made by Pop-Up Custom, and this is their rendition of the regular Black Bolt featuring the, I want to say, bloody chase as well.
Yeah, dude, you are not wrong. And next, we have a couple more traditional Black Bolts. This first one is made by DIX Concepts, just a traditional look at a Black Bolt Funko. And here on the screen is another one made by Pop.Seps. And these are just a couple cool traditional Black Bolt pops that I would have to get at least one.
No doubt. Absolutely. Moving on to a new character in this list, we have a look at Maria Rambeau as Captain Marvel. So this first version made by Christie's Custom is the flying glow-in-the-dark version of this Captain Marvel.
Definitely. I would 100% get that one. So this next one is an unmasked chase version, and again, a glow in the dark. I don't think you could have a pop of this character in her role from this movie without it being glow in the dark. This is also made by DIX Concepts.
Yeah, this is some really cool Captain Marvel armor, man. That suit was really sick. So the last look at Captain Marvel we have here is made by Funko.Shot, and this actually has two different versions. We have the regular flying version featuring the unmasked chase face of that same pop.
Yes. And next is the character where it was actually the only time on opening night where the entire theater applauded. So we have a few looks at Mr. Fantastic. Now, this first one is him in his Illuminati seat made by fun_collect. And I really like this one.
That one's really cool. I think it'd be so cool if they did all of them in the seats. That'd be so sick.
Yeah.
Next up, we have a look at Mr. Fantastic in a little bit more of his traditional action pose. And this is made by fun_collect.
Yes, sir. And we have one more action pose made by Nathros Funko. So we have a couple different looks at Mr. Fantastic as he's going for the Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, man. And to wrap up the Mr. Fantastic list, we have what might have been the most brutal death in the entire movie. I could not believe they did this to him. We have I want to say noodle version of Mr. Fantastic. This is made by Pop-Up Custom. And I love what they did here. I could not believe they did that.
Definitely. Next, we have a couple versions of Captain Carter, my main girl. This first one, we have a flying glow-in-the-dark one, so we can tell she has a very thick base. This one is made by fun_collect. And this second one is more of an exact look at her from the teaser trailer and in the film, where she's kind of leaned over and she has the jetpack. This one made by Minter766. So both a couple of awesome concepts of my favorite character that I was most excited for in the movie, and the one that broke my heart the most.
Yeah, man, the whole shield thing, that was brutal. Moving on to the man, the myth, the legend himself, Charles Xavier, Professor X. We have two different versions of him. The first being made by Jay Bavart, the second being made by Minter766. And I just love what they were able to do here. I love that he was in the movie and they featured his gold hover chair. Man, he was great.
Oh, yeah. No, I really enjoyed this. Next up, we have Battle Damaged Wanda. Now, this first one I think is super awesome because we have her using her magic to destroy an Ultron head. And this one's made by Funko Shot.
Second on the list, we have another battle damaged Wanda, this time using her magic. And this is made by Jay Bavart.
Yes, sir. And finally, after that awesome one, we have one more awesome battle damaged Wanda, just with blood all over her face. We have a more traditional one where she's just kind of in a traditional action pose made by Funko Concept Art.
Yeah, did we mention that these are all awesome? They are. They are, in fact, awesome.
We need to go back and count how many times we say awesome.
We should have a little count. That'd be hilarious. All right.
Yeah.
Next up, moving on to the last character on this list, the main one himself. We have Doctor Strange, this time featuring the demons. And this was obviously featuring Zombie Strange, where he tapped into the dark dimension and the dark hole. It was crazy. The first one made by Christie's Custom. And another look at the same pop of Doctor Strange featuring the demons made by Metachistes.
Definitely a couple awesome pops. This scene really scared the bejesus out of me.
It was wild.
It didn't scare me. I've never seen anything like that before in the MCU. Next, we have Doctor Strange and his hidden path to the Book of Vishanti. Now, I thought this was awesome. This custom was actually made before the movie came out. It was made based on the trailer by What Now Pops. And after seeing the movie, I think this is probably a pop that I would have to get on this list.
Yeah, man, that's super sick. I can't believe they were able to pull that off. Next up, we have another look at Wanda, and this one is her coming out of the smoke. And obviously, the scene is extremely terrifying. I don't know what I would do in the situation, but this is made by Minter766.
Sir, another awesome look at Wanda. We're going to have so many Wanda pops after this movie. Next, we have a look at Clea. Now, this is the character from the post-credit scene, and I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. I did have to look it up for this list because I didn't know who it was in the movie. This is made by Funko Shot, and I think this is a really cool pop. I personally wouldn't really need it for my collection since she had 0.5.
Not yet.
Exactly. Since she had 0.5 seconds of screen time, but definitely a really cool concept.
Yeah, man. And to wrap this list up, I can't do this picture any justice by explaining it. You got to take a look for yourself here. We have an incredible art piece made by Sabartis Pop featuring all the characters and just one of the really cool scenes from this movie, kind of mashing it all up together. And I just think this is awesome. I love when these artists make an art piece out of a toy, and I think it's so cool.
Definitely. All right. So number 1 on the list, we have Scarlet Witch Dreamwalking. This is made by Jay Bavart, and I think this is a really awesome pop. You can see we have those red effects. I think this is a really, really dope concept.
Yeah, man, I agree. And next up on the list, another Jay Bavart work here. We have the same kind of setup, but we have Doctor Strange, obviously, with the red behind him. I think this is a super cool pop as well.
Definitely. Hypocrite. Number 3, we have a Doctor Strange suit up. Now, we have some Iron Man ones like this in the real world, but we have this Doctor Strange pop made by Pop.Seps shortly after seeing Garganto while he's at the wedding, where he's half Doctor Strange, half Stephen Strange. So we see half mystic and half bougie.
Yeah, bougie. Love that. Love that. Okay. Next up, we have one of our scenes from the list. So this is made by Funko.Shot, and we have a fight between Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange.
And we have another visitor. No pops of him yet. What is up, Rutabaga? So I think that is a really cool concept scene, and that would be one that I might have to get. Next up, I know we had a couple of these in the last video, but we have another battle damaged Wanda with a glow chase, and this is made by Mario Bros 612.
Yeah, man, I love the glow chase. I would absolutely snag this one, especially if I could find that glow chase. Those eyes are insane. Next up, we have another look at Dead Strange. Now, we've had a few done, but this one's made by Lo-Fi, and I love this one. I think it's a really cool look on the whole thing, and very well done.
Yep, and we're getting one. We're actually getting one of these made. That was announced the other day.
Yes, we are.
Yep. Next up, we have another rendition of the Scarlet Witch Dreamwalking. This one also with another glow chase made by Mario Bros 612. So this one doesn't have candles around her, but it has more magic coming out of her hands. So definitely a cool concept.
Absolutely super dope. Next up, this is made by Minter766. We have a new look at Mr. Fantastic.
Yes, sir. And going off the Illuminati vibe, we have an absolutely incredible scene of the entire Illuminati. We can see them all lined up here one by one, especially with Professor X right in the middle. I think this is a really cool
gold chair, man.
Yep. And this is one we talked about on the last concept list. Maybe it would be like the Assemble scene where they were interconnecting. So definitely an awesome scene. This one's made by Funko.Shot.
Yeah, man, we're seeing more and more of those connection pop pieces, and they're super dope. So next up, we have another version of Scarlet Witch Dreamwalking. This time we have one made by Funko.Shot.
Yeah, I really like this one because as opposed to Jay Bavart's, it's more the candles are on the floor spread around her. So I think with Jay Bavart's, it's more how you saw it in the movie where you can
more astral.
Yes, and you can see the alternate timelines around her. I think this one is also cool because you have the candles spread out on the floor.
It's more like physical.
Exactly. It's one of the scene. It's not really a scene, but it's the individual pop with a very defined base. So I really like that one.
And we're seeing more and more of pops being able to do that, and I love the direction Funko's going with it, so that'd be super sick.
100%. Next, we have the next scene on the list. This is Scarlet Witch and Wanda Maximoff. This is one of the final scenes in the movie where Scarlet Witch is on her knees with just her heart torn into pieces, and Wanda pretty much gives her the okay that her children are safe and that they're loved. This is a really cool scene. Another one made by Funko.Shot, and just a very heartwarming scene for sure.
Yeah, man, really, really cool scene. I think that was probably one of the highlights of the movie, in my opinion. But next up, another really cool moment from the movie. We have a look of Doctor Strange at Christine's wedding in his full suit shortly before he pulls the cloak levitation out like a handkerchief, and I thought that was super cool. And this is made by Dick's Concepts.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I don't know if I'd get this one, but it's definitely a cool one that would be in the line. I think it's very, very nicely made. Next, we have another Wanda one, but this is when she actually is Wanda. She's not we don't know she's the Scarlet Witch yet. It's Wanda with the plants that she was growing, and this is made by Pop.Seps.
Right, that's right before she revealed herself on accident to Doctor Strange and just completely ruined her plan.
Yes, sir.
So next up, this pop was actually somewhat similar to the pop that was announced the other day, but this was made beforehand. Look at Captain Carter with her jetpack on, made by Funko Concept Art, and this was super well done.
Yep. I really like how this one has the base, so she's more in the air. I think that's really cool. Following another Illuminati character, we have Black Bolt and Mr. Fantastic. I know we've had a few different looks at them, but it's really interesting to see how each artist tackles these concepts in their own ways. So these two are made by Funko_concept_art. Definitely a couple really cool pops.
Yeah, man. And also made by the same creator, we have a look at of Maria as Captain Marvel, another member of the Illuminati from the movie. Also very well done. Love their individual style on it.
Definitely. And I think one to round off this list, this has got to be the creepiest pop that has been made as a concept and that has been made from Funko in reality. This is the Scarlet Witch coming out of the gong. This is made by Jay Bavart, and this is just the creepiest pop that I might have ever seen. Just, I don't know how he made her face look so, I don't know, mangled, if that's the right word, but she just looks so
demonic,
creepy.
bro.
Yes, perfect word.
Just demonic. We saw what she did, man.
Yes, sir. So that
super cool pop.
No,
really
it is
cool pop.
Yeah, definitely. But that rounds off our part 2 of Funko Pops we need from Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. But thank you for joining us. And until the next time that you're on the channel with us, make sure to keep it popping.